Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. Today we are going to try to tame a Quetzal, and even though we were planning to tame a couple of absolutely stunning Argentavis, we just could not pass up this opportunity. Because this Quetzal got so low to the ground, we were actually able to try trapping it, and it's going to be a pretty intense tame. We're going to have to fight off some seagulls, starvation, Brontosaurus, and all of this we're going to do at a much lower level than we should be trying this. We're going to use tranq arrows instead of tranq darts, which will make this a much more challenging tame. But we'll give you some helpful tips along the way for how to tame a Quetzal in Ark. We'll show you how to use a Quetzal for getting some really efficient fast gathering at the end. So if you enjoy this episode, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to enable all notifications so you don't miss our next episode when it comes out. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are in this beautiful cave. Check it out. It is just one of the most amazingly breathtaking spots in all of Ark. And we've already started setting up our base here. So we've got a floor, some walls, and, just some storage. But we're going to be building this in stages as we play through, tame a bunch of stuff. And while we're waiting for stuff to tame up, we're going to go ahead and build more sections of that base. So we'll have a video coming out pretty soon in the next episode or two, and that will be just nothing but building that base. We'll just show you all the building all at once and have kind of a speed build episode. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that sooner or later, and we'll just kind of be building and recording that as we go. But the first thing we want to do as we're up here in the floating islands is tame ourselves some Argentavis. Now, we saw some crazy ones in the last episode as we were on our way here. And there was one that was bright orange, one was bright blue and red, like just some beautiful tropical looking birds, and I am all about that. So an Argent will be one of the most useful things we can tame right now. Oh, check out that blue and red one, and whoa, hold on a second. Hold the phone. Is that a Quetzal? Oh my gosh, you guys, like, if that's a Quetzal, wow. Okay, so Quetzals are super rare. Like, you barely ever see them. And, okay, we got a male Quetzal. I was hoping for a female. It's level 33, and I was hoping for a lower level, but still, like, that is crazy lucky. Like, we have tamed 2 unicorns, we have a baby unicorn now, and I think the luck is just compounding on itself, and we just keep getting these really lucky spawns. But let me check out this Argent real quick, though, just to make sure it's a decent level, because if it's a good level Argent, we might try to tame that. But I gotta say, if this Quetzal gets into a position where we could potentially tame it, we would be crazy to pass that up. Now, taming a Quetzal is usually a nightmare unless you have tranq darts, and we're high enough level to make those, but we don't have any yet. We're going to get some ankylosaurs, get a bunch of metal before we start really going into, making a long neck, getting tranq darts, and all that good stuff. But, oh dang, that thing is getting low. So, the interesting thing about being up in the floating islands like this is that we were already so high up in the sky. Now, Quetzals usually stay super high up, and oh dang, he is going right down to the river. Okay, careful there, you might get eaten by a giant crab or a crocodile, but oh, is he going towards the wall? Okay. So, this is the kind of thing that can happen up here if there's a Quetzal up in this area. If you can chase a Quetzal into the floating islands, odds are he will eventually wander around and he might run into a cliff like this. And if he gets stuck on a cliff, this could be the best chance we have to tame a Quetzal like this whole series. And once you have a Quetzal, you can build a base on its back and use it to tame other Quetzals out of the sky. But it is so stinking hard to tame a Quetzal solo up in the air. Oh, there he is. Okay, I thought we lost him for a second. It looks like he's gotten himself unstuck, though, so, we'll just kind of keep an eye on this guy, because if he gets totally stuck, I gotta watch for this Argent, too. If he gets totally stuck, this could be a no-brainer, or we just have to tame this Quetzal. I think he's stuck. Look at this, you guys. He's not moving. He just keeps flying into that wall, and, okay, we might have ourselves a Quetzal here. We might just have to tame this thing. Yeah, okay. So I gotta get this Argent out of the way. We're gonna drop the Argent for now because, once again, I am trying so hard not to get distracted, but we just can't pass up this opportunity. Alright, come at me, Argent. Come at me. I am delicious. Look at me. I'm like a giant flying chicken wing. Come eat me. Yep, yep. So I need to keep that Argent away from the Quetzal, because if he attacks the Quetzal, it's going to turn around, run away, and, you know, we'd probably lose our chance to tame it. Oh my gosh, am I this boring? Come on, I hope you guys don't feel like that when you're watching these videos, like, oh, lost interest, but apparently this Argent is just not that interested. Come on, I'm over this way, come get me, come get me. Alright, so if I can get this guy far enough away from the Quetzal, we should have a pretty decent chance at actually taming this thing. Now, taming a Quetzal solo is no easy thing. Like, it's crazy hard to do. I actually tried it solo with tranq arrows one time during a live stream, and I just had to call it after like 45 minutes when all of my bows broke, I ran out of arrows, and it was just crazy. But, oh, nice. There are some really nice looking Argents out here. So I think that's the one I was actually looking for this whole time when I accidentally found the Quetzal. So yeah, okay. So we've got this bright orange one, this really cool looking blue and red one, and these are the ones we were looking at before, and we saw them on the way up here. We asked you guys to vote for which are your favorites, and a lot of people said they liked either one. A lot of people liked both of them, so we might actually just tame both Argents, but it's a level 33 and 30 female, and female Argents are the best because their eggs are actually really good for kibbles too. So I'm going to get back to our base real quick. Looks like our Quetzal should be safe and stuck, hopefully still there. And we're going to build some stuff real quick to try to trap that Quetzal, and we'll be as fast as we possibly can because we don't want him to get unstuck before we can trap it. And it took me a second to find the entrance to our secret lair. It's the trouble with a secret lair. It's hard to find yourself sometimes until you get used to where it is. So we're going to get some supplies, build some stuff, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we just finished building 2 stone dinosaur gateways, and that's what we're going to use to try to trap this Quetzal, if it's even still here. Now, it's only been a few minutes. We've got a beaver, a doedicurus, and we're able to gather thatch, wood, and stone really, really fast now. But, I mean, a couple minutes is all the time it needs for a Quetzal to just turn around and leave, so hopefully it's still around here, but, I don't know, I'm not seeing it. Do you guys see this thing? I'm looking, and okay, I think it was around here. Hopefully it's still in the neighborhood. It might have gotten unstuck. We might have to chase it around. Like, if you shoot at a Quetzal, it'll turn around, and you can kind of chase it until it gets stuck, if you're lucky. But, oh, wait, is that it? Hold on a second. I think I see those wings. Yep, okay, that's gotta be a Quetzal. And it's still stuck. Awesome. Okay, we might have a shot at this, you guys. So we're going to try to place the gateways on either side of the Quetzal and try to make a trap using the gates. And it's on a slope, so it's going to be really hard to actually position this. Oh no, there's seagulls all over the place here. That is such a bad thing for taming stuff. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem, but I got to try to trap this guy first and see if we can get him stuck. So I'm going to use this to put it around him. I want one pillar sticking out behind him, and I need the other pillar sticking out on the other side, kind of in a cross pattern. And if we can get this nicely stuck, I think that should actually be about where I want this. By the way, I've got clipping enabled. I don't think this would be so easy on an official server, but you might still be able to pull this trick off. Okay, that looks like it's around the main part of his body, but here's the moment of truth. Oh no, okay, up. Wait, no? I think he's stuck. I think he's actually stuck. And this moth is judging me so much right now. Okay, yeah. He seems to be pretty well stuck there, you guys. This is crazy, but I think we've got our Quetzal trapped. That is only half the battle. Now I need to look around and see if I find anything else that's going to attack and kill that Quetzal now that it's stuck. Because Quetzals, you know, have a ton of torpidity. By the time you actually finish knocking them out, even with tranq darts, they usually lose a pretty good chunk of their health. But honestly, this looks like a pretty good spot here. Usually, you got a lot more dangerous stuff, but maybe the Argent killed off all the aggressive dinos, and it looks like we might have a pretty good shot at this. So I'm going to just hit it about every 10 seconds because a tranq arrow applies some torpidity right away, but a lot of it just goes over the next 10 seconds. So we want to get this thing like as much torpidity per shot as possible because arrows actually do a decent amount of damage and we don't want to kill this Quetzal. Now, I saw a couple other seagulls around here, and I'm not seeing them. Oh, whoa, nope, there's one. Okay. So, I have a really major love-hate relationship with seagulls, and dang it, I usually keep my bolas right there. No! Okay, that's exactly what I did not want to happen. That was 100 tranqs that he just stole. He ate my tranqs. And after eating 100 tranqs, he doesn't care at all. You should be at least a little bit tired, dude. Oh, this is so not cool. You jerk. Look at that dumb look on his face, too. What an awful seagull. Okay, that was not cool. I was thinking about trying to tame that thing, but honestly, like, I just want it dead right now. And there's another one. Okay, not cool. Gosh, okay, there goes some mushrooms. That's not so bad. Where is that seagull? Okay, I've only got like one bola left, and this could be a big problem. So I'm still trying to trank this this Quetzal, but the seagull is just, you know, driving me crazy right now. You guys ever seen that bad lip reading video where Yoda sings about seagulls? Stop it now. Pretty great. So yeah, seagulls. Some of my favorite friends and worst enemies right there. So I just lost a lot of tranks, and we're gonna need a ton of them for this Quetzal. So I might have to run around and make more tranks in the middle of taming this thing, but I don't want to leave right now because, you know, I don't want to have to lose torpidity in the process. Oh gosh, this seagull, I think he sees me. If he steals the rest of my tranks, we could be in even worse shape. So I'm going to try to hit him with these arrows. I might be able to bola him down. Maybe I'll try it. Let's see here. Okay, come on, dive bomb me. It's so much harder to see with all of these plants around. So, yeah. Where does he even go? I don't even see the seagull now. Okay. So, sometimes... Whoa, okay. Just right out of nowhere. Yeah. They are super hard to hit with a bola. They're really unpredictable flight patterns. They're small. And that... What? Okay, come on. Now he dives bombs me. Great, just great. So, usually I wait for them to actually dive at me and then throw the bola at the last second right as they're diving, and usually that works pretty well. But, he wouldn't dive bomb me until the second after I threw the bola. Okay, where's he even going now? Okay, he must be gone. So that's another thing I hate about seagulls, is once they get a little bit tranked down... Oh, and the Quetzal is running away now, which means we're making some progress tranking. So he's trying to run, he's trying to get as far away from us as possible, but he is totally trapped, so the trap does seem to be holding, which is really good. Yeah, I have no idea where that seagull went, but if you trank them enough, they just fly away and you never see them again. Okay, so we're just going to keep tranking this thing, and we'll skip ahead because this will literally take like 10 minutes of just constantly shooting trank arrows to get this Quetzal down, especially at a level 33. And this is a big part of why I recommend using trank darts instead of arrows, because they trank it about twice as fast. And imagine if we were up in the air flying around at this point trying to chase the Quetzal as it's flying away from us, which is usually how this works. And that's why we just can't possibly pass up this opportunity if we can have a decent shot at taming this thing. Now, I was actually going to see if I can reach this and use my club to knock it out, because if I can save as many tranks as possible, we're going to need them to keep it from waking up while we're taming it. Oh, dang it, I hit the moth. Well, get out of here, moth. You shouldn't be here anyway. Alright, so we'll be back. We're going to keep shooting this like for another probably 10 minutes, and we'll see how we're doing in a few minutes. Alright, we've been tranking this Quetzal for a while now. We've used up like 100 trank arrows, something like... What? Whoa, hold on a second. Hold the phone. Not cool at all. Okay, that seagull was definitely not here a minute ago, and all of a sudden, oh, and the Quetzal is down. Okay, so we just tranked down that Quetzal. He is totally unconscious, and if I could just kill this stupid lucky seagull, then we'll be okay. So that thing just happened to steal my tranks twice in a row in rapid fire succession, which I don't think they're supposed to do, and we now have no tranks at all. And we've got a Quetzal that we have to keep unconscious. These things have so much torpidity, I'm going to need probably at least a couple hundred more tranks. Thanks to these stupid seagulls, I lost like 200 tranks. Where even is this thing? This seagull is the worst. Okay, did it just disappear? Oh my gosh. Alright, I gotta do something about this seagull. because this is just not cool. I would love to tame this thing because it would make a great friend. He's got lots of arrows sticking out of his butt, so he's got to be pretty close to passing out. But really, it's almost impossible to KO a seagull without a bola. Okay, where did he even go? Okay, there he is. Great. So I'm going to put the meat in the Quetzal's inventory, so at least the seagull can't steal the meat. And we're going to be really hard-pressed to get enough meat and tranqs at this point, because the seagulls keep stealing all of our stuff. And yeah, okay. So if I can actually hit this stupid thing, which is crazy hard with a seagull like this, and gotta make sure I don't hit the Quetzal, otherwise the Quetzal could actually still die, then we should be okay. Oh my gosh, I feel so dumb having so much trouble with this one seagull. Okay, I think it's gone. I think it's finally has enough torpidity that it's gonna leave us alone. Good riddance. Oh my gosh, I hate seagulls so much, but I also love them because they're such awesome pets. Alright, well the first thing we need to do is get some meat, and first place we're gonna get that from is that dang seagull that ate all of our other meat, so at least we can eat him, right? Revenge is so sweet. But we'll be back in a minute once we find something bigger to hunt, so we can get some really good prime meat for this Quetzal. Alright, so before we do anything else, we are going to get these Kentros to chase us away from that Quetzal, because even though they're close to the Quetzal, they're not super aggressive, but I do want to make sure everything is clear that could possibly attack that thing, because it's going to be unconscious for a long time, and we don't want to take any chances that anything aggressive at all could come near it, because it's already pretty close to dead. So come here, Kentro, come get me. I bet you can get me if you just go a little... Oh, what a bummer, you missed. Okay, well, step right up. Kentro number 2, can you hit me? Come here, buddy, come on. I bet you can't hit me. Come on, come and get some. Oh, so close. Just a little further. Just a little. Oh, you missed. Okay, bye. Anyway, Kentro problem is now solved. So, next up, we are looking for something bigger that's going to drop prime meat. And I think we just found our prime candidate right here. Now, it's freezing cold out, so we're losing food really fast. We have basically no food on us, so this is probably going to be a problem. And turns out this is a level 50 Brontosaurus, so yeah, that's going to be pretty rough. But we need the meat so badly right now because the Quetzal is constantly losing a lot of torpidity. It takes a ton of tranqs to keep that thing unconscious, and this is going to be a super long tame if we can't do this with prime meat. Like, probably an hour? I don't know, maybe more. So if we can use prime meat to tame this thing, we're going to be in good shape. Now, so far so good. I was hoping this Bronto would not be able to get up onto this ledge and attack me, and oh gosh, I'm out of arrows. So I was so unprepared to tame a Quetzal right now. Like, I had enough supplies to tame an Argent, no problem, but we just got here, we just moved into the neighborhood, and we're doing like one of the harder tames you can do in Ark. Now, I can't even ride a Quetzal until I'm like level 75, I think, maybe 80 when you can make a Quetzal saddle. And you gotta be like close to 100 before you can make the platform saddle, which is what I really want a Quetzal for. Uh-oh, this Bronto is coming towards the water. So there are often crocodiles and even worse, carcanos, giant crabs in that water. So we really have to make sure this Bronto does not go in the river as much as possible, because I really don't want to go in the river either. There can be Spinos down there, but so far I'm not seeing anything super dangerous. Now, the good thing about a Bronto is it's really easy to hit. If you can hit a barn, you can hit a Bronto. So, you know that expression, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn? That's basically what shooting at a Bronto is like. The bad news is they have a crazy amount of health, and they will mess you up so bad if they get close to you. Not quite as bad as a T-Rex, but they will do some serious damage, and they can totally kill a Rex in a fight. You'll also notice in my inventory, I've got like 100 meat just sitting there spoiling as fast as possible. So I need as much meat and as much meat to spoil as quickly as possible in order to try to keep that Quetzal unconscious, because you need that for tranqs. But you can spoil meat like 40 times as fast, because if you split it all into a stack of 1 meat each one spoils all at the same time, instead of having to wait for each one to spoil individually. And there goes my bow. Alright, I feel so unprepared for this, guys. You know how usually, like, I really prepare for tames, I think through the strategy and everything? This all just came out of nowhere, and it was too big an opportunity to pass up, so... This Bronto is already pretty hurt, it's running away, so I'm just gonna try to peck it to death with my Tapehara, because that's a good idea, right? This is yet another reason I really want an Argent. But I'm starving right now. I am slowly passing out from starvation, and I've got to race against time to kill this Bronto so I can actually cook and eat some of its meat. I'm going to need some of this for tranqs to keep the Quetzal from waking up. I mean, this is just, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and we do not have a lot of time for any of these things. We could be in really big trouble. Also, if I pass out, this Bronto's going to kill me, so yeah. A lot of stuff going on, but I think we might actually have this. As long as he does not go in the river. Nope. Okay, good. We got him down. He is just kind of like turning into jello right now. No, don't go in the river. Oh, come on, don't go in there. All right. I think we're okay, but I think I am going to have to go swimming to get this meat because we really need this meat. Okay. Yep. He just looks like a giant snake the way he kind of unravels, but okay. I think we're okay. We're going to get as much prime meat as possible. Now, if I really wanted to get a lot of prime meat, I would have brought my moss chops with me. But we're just kind of rushing through this, and I think that's going to be enough for now. So we'll get as much of this in the preserving bin as possible, and we'll put some on the Quetzal and hopefully be able to tame it up a lot faster. And I'll go grab some food from the base, too, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I spent a while trying to find dodos up in these floating islands because I've got a seagull, and if I can kill a dodo with a seagull, I can harvest it into prime meat. And I've got this great trick that uses dodos and lystrosaurs to get tons of prime meat really fast. Problem is, it turns out that doesn't work at all in the floating islands because we don't have any dodos up here. So I'm having to resort to killing Brontos for that prime meat. We can also get a tiny bit from like stegos and stuff like that, but Paraceras also drop it, but seems like Brontos are our best bet. Okay, so I need to keep these two Brontos separate, because if I have to fight both of them at the same time, that's going to be a big problem. So we have been taming up this Quetzal for a very long time. We finally have enough... Whoa, that's terrifying. Okay, making sure my guy is on passive. Oh gosh, whoa, okay. I'm a little bit worried because that head can technically pop through the ground and pick me up on its head and lift me off this ledge if I'm not careful. So I'm getting a little nervous. So we're going to fly back and forth and just keep shooting this thing as we're kind of kiting it around and flying away. And this is going to take a very long time. So we'll go ahead and fast forward this battle because, my gosh, I cannot wait to get some stronger creatures and some better weapons to fight these Brontos. So in the next episode, we're actually going to try to tame an Argentavis. And if we can get a good one, we should be able to do some pretty serious damage to Brontos. I've got a nice little trick where you can kind of get in a blind spot on top of their back, and we should be able to just peck them to death with our Argentavis way faster than we can use our crossbow. So that's going to really speed up our ability to shoot down big creatures, and pretty soon we're going to try to tame a Spino and see if we can get something that will just make quick work of everything. And we'll get a lot of prime meat, be able to tame stuff super fast once we can get some good fighter creatures. And we're also going to try to tame some ankylosaurs, which will allow us to get lots of metal, and then we can make some really good weapons like long necks, lots of ammo, and all that good stuff. But first thing, hold the phone. We have not killed this Bronto, but this Quetzal is just about to wake up. And, oh, by the way, we have a blue zebra that spawned. That's cool, right? So we got to get some tranqs on this Quetzal really fast, and once again we are in danger of losing it because that Bronto is still furious with us, and it could come back any moment and start attacking and killing this Quetzal. So this could be really bad. Got to get there really fast, back in the air, and hopefully we can do this before the Bronto comes back. Whoa! Quetzal is tamed! Okay, awesome. I guess we did not need to use... Oh, there's the Bronto, okay. Guess we did not need to use all of those tranqs on him because he was actually just about to tame up. But my gosh, we did not want to risk that. Whoa, stay away from our Quetzal, buddy. Stay away. So that Bronto is probably going to recognize the Quetzal as one of ours now, and it will attack it if it's not dead. There we go. Okay. Finally got the Bronto down. We had to finish it off at that point, even though we no longer need its prime meat for the Quetzal. But the prime meat will be super helpful for taming an Argentavis in the next episode, which is the next thing we're going to do. So definitely stay tuned for that. We'll have some really beautiful Argents we're going to try to tame. Hopefully it'll be a much smoother tame, and you know, taming a Quetzal is one of the harder and longer tames you can do in Ark, and we finally pulled it off. But now we gotta get our Quetzal out of the trap that we made for it. So sometimes you can tame creatures and they actually are legitimately stuck, which is one thing I love about cryopods, because no matter how stuck your creature is, you can usually just cryopod it and get it unstuck. But the easiest thing to do real quick is going to be, first of all, stop this guy from following us, and see if I can get this thing into the cryopod. Now, that tame actually worked out pretty well. He got some pretty good taming effectiveness, and he made it up to level 48 by the time we tamed him. And I think he got some experience from killing that Bronto, because he's already got another level, which is cool. Yeah, so we're going to try to just go ahead and demolish these, because I don't think I can get him out with the cryopod. And of course, now that I've got so much wood and, you know, stone in my inventory, I am way too heavy to move, so I gotta drop some of this stuff first. But it looks like we're gonna have to break both of those pillars, and that'll make us hopefully light enough to actually move. So let's try this. Can we jump now? Okay, great. So I was a little worried I'd have trouble actually selecting these dino gateways to get our Quetzal loose, but looks like we're good. So we're going to have him follow us, and, oh yeah, once again, too heavy to move. I've gained some weight, and now I can't move. Great. Alright, so now that the pillars are demolished, we can move again, we can pick up our seagull, and now we can get this whole Quetzal into a tiny little cryopod, because the whole thing fits. It's great. But we're going to need a name for this Quetzal, so let us know in the comments what you would like to name this Quetzal. He's got a cool little, like, red mohawk. I kind of like that. But he's going to basically make our lives so much easier in a lot of ways, mostly after we're in the 70s and we can actually build a saddle for him, and then he can pick up basically most of the dinos we want to tame and carry them into a trap or something like that. But there is one other really helpful thing we can do right now before we even have a saddle, so we'll show you that in just a second, but turns out we took all day taming this thing, and now it's evening, and our days are actually super long, so we don't have nighttime very much, because it's just really hard to see at night. So we'll be right back, and then we'll show you guys a cool gathering thing we can do using this Quetzal. So before we end this video, let me show you a real cool thing we can do now that we have this Quetzal, because in the next couple episodes, maybe the next episode, we'll do a let's build and show you guys this cool base we're building, but we're going to need a ton of materials, lots of stone, wood, and thatch, and the Quetzal is actually going to be an amazing pack animal. Even though we can't ride him yet, we will be able to have him follow us, and we can load up so much stuff on him and have him carry it back to our base. And the great thing is, since he can fly, and on the floating islands here, we basically need to be able to fly stuff around because, you know, everything's all over up in the air. But we're going to be able to take our beaver and doedicurus in cryopods. And by the way, I've turned off cryo sickness just so I don't have to wait 5 minutes between putting out my dinosaurs. And, you know, it doesn't really add a lot to the game since I'm on single player to have that cryo sickness feature. So I just turned it off. So we've got this beaver which can gather hundreds of wood at a time from each tree, and our doedicurus can gather hundreds of stone from each rock. And the more melee damage we give them, the more efficient they are at gathering. So it's really quick and easy for them to smash stuff and get all the materials we need for building our base. And all of our stone base is just made out of stone, thatch, and wood, which we can get tons of from these two creatures. So we're loading all of that up onto this Quetzal, and right now he's like level 57. We've given him a little bit of points into weight, and he has, I think, 1,300 weight. But if we keep this up, you know, in the next couple hours, he'll probably be able to carry a couple thousand weight. And that's basically going to be all we need. And we can even build an entire base with thousands of weight on the Quetzal, use our little trick we used in the last episode to fly all the way across the map with infinite stamina, and we can carry anything, anywhere, no problem for the rest of the game. So that's going to be pretty helpful. But that's basically it for this episode, but let us know in the comments what you'd like to name this Quetzal. He's going to be pretty awesome. We'll see him quite a bit throughout the rest of the series. Let us know if you guys would prefer in the next episode to tame an Argent, or if you want to see that Let's Build episode where we build our entire base. And drop a comment, let me know what you think of the sound mix, because my really good friend JP came over, and he's a professional sound guy. He helped me with my sound setup and a lot of the audio tools, so hopefully our channel will be a much higher quality audio mix from now on, but we're still fine-tuning it, so let us know how this sounds on your device. That'll actually help us out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell to enable all notifications, otherwise it probably won't tell you when our next video comes out. And it should be a whole lot of fun. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.
If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media so your friends can enjoy it too.
And make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of awesome new guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays for Ark and other awesome games coming soon, and you won't want to miss any of that.
We already have lots more fun and helpful videos just like this one, so check out the links at the end of this video to keep watching. You can also chat with other gamers if you join our channel's Discord at the link in the description.
If you want to earn great rewards while supporting this channel, click the join link next to the subscribe button for more information about our channel memberships. We want to give a big thank you to some of our biggest supporters of this channel: Sabo0283, Cole Parmenter, Emmy Fisher, Wolf Girl Be Like, Kelly Razak, and Ashley Owens. Thank you all so much for everything you do to make this channel possible.
So until next time, we hope you have fun on your own video game adventures, and we will see you in our next video.